Hi guys, today's video is all going to be about room organization and how to keep your room decluttered. I got a ton of feedback on my room tour video. If you haven't seen it, I will link it right here. But just asking me like, how do I keep my room so clean? How do I keep it so decluttered and so minimal? And I thought I would address all of that in today's video. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to let me know by giving a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload every Thursday and Sunday for you guys now if you didn't already know that. So let's just jump right into this video. The biggest tip that I could give any of you about keeping your room organized and just nice and clean is to have a cleaning schedule. And I know that sounds super weird, but set aside some time every single week to just kind of go through your room, organize it, make sure everything's clean, dust off everything. If you keep it to like a once a week thing, your room will never get out of hand. And if your room is super cluttered and you just don't really know where to begin, I would recommend picking one task every single day to accomplish. Don't spend like an entire day like trying to reorganize your room if it is like really out of hand, because you're just gonna get frustrated. So let's say your room is super messed up. I would recommend like picking a small task. So let's say today I'm gonna clean out my nightstand or my nightstand area, and then the next day you can do your desk. If you break it up into smaller parts, it's not gonna seem like so much work and it's not gonna be as overwhelming for you. Number two is super important, but make the most of your space. Now, a lot of you guys may not realize this because sometimes it's hard to judge size and angles from my videos, but my bedroom is actually extremely small. I don't know the exact measurements for you guys, but it is like really tiny. So if you see my headboard in the back, I have a queen size bed and I have 2 nightstands, and my bedroom actually doesn't extend any further out than what you were seeing in the back. So that's how small it is. So making the most of your space is really important. I will link down below a couple of the things that I use, but it's really important to use different like storage things. So my favorite is under bed storage, because you can get either these plastic containers or you can get the zip containers, which is what I have. And you put them under your bed. I kid you not, there is so much stuff under this bed right now. Like, it's all organized and neat, tucked away nicely, but like there's like just a ton of stuff. Like, you guys wouldn't even believe like the amount of things that you can actually fit under your bed with under bed storage. You just kind of have to work with what you've got. Not all of us are gonna have like the biggest bedroom. Not all of us are gonna have the smallest bedroom. But for example, like my nightstands, I made sure to get nightstands that had drawers on them. That's gonna increase the storage that I have in my room, as opposed to just getting like a cute nightstand that more so looks like a table that has absolutely no storage in it. So if you can just utilize different spaces in your room and make sure you're using storage friendly items, I will link my favorites, like I said, down below. That will really help with keeping your room nice and organized, because everything kind of has a place. Number 3, your closet. And I feel like I should do an entire video dedicated to my closet, because I get a ton of questions about how I organize my clothes, what I do with the rest of my clothes, and things like that. So I do have it's like a medium size. I wouldn't say it's the smallest closet. I wouldn't say it's the largest closet. It extends along this whole wall right here, but it's just regular like sliding closet. I go through my closet every single week and I get rid of things. I know that the average person doesn't have to do that, but if you guys have watched me for a while, then you know that I used to make fashion videos. So I have a ridiculous amount of clothes. I had so many clothes. I had clothes in storage that I didn't know, and they have been in there for such a long time. Like, I'm talking so much clothes. And I just realized that, it's time to get rid of a lot of those things. So going through your closet and, seeing what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep, and going through it quite regularly. Once a week works for me, might not be for you. Maybe once a month you want to go through your closet. And the question that I get the most is what I do with my old clothes, and I never really talk about it in videos because I don't know why, I don't. And I know a lot of you guys ask to buy my clothes, but I never want to be like, hey, buy my clothes. And in no way, shape, or form is this sponsored at all, by the way, just so you know. This is truthfully what I do. So I'll clean out my closet, I take kind of everything out, and I go through everything, like I said, pretty much like once a week, just because I do have so much stuff. I either donate some of it, like I try to donate a good portion of it, and then the rest of it I will sell. You can go places like Buffalo Exchange or consignment stores, but I personally just get so irritated going there because oftentimes they won't take everything that you're bringing to them, and then you're back with the same clutter in your room or the same full closet that you had. So I use an app called Poshmark. I've actually been using it, I think, for 5 years now, like ever since I started YouTube, because I actually discovered it from like on Instagram or another YouTuber. But what I like about it is you don't have to pay to sell the item until it sells. So when you sell stuff on eBay and stuff like that, even if no one buys it, you still have to pay. This app, it stays on there until someone buys it, and then once someone buys it, you do pay them a fee. If you've never downloaded the app, it is free. They have it for Apple and Android. And if you're a new user, I do have like a little code and you'll get a $10 credit. Basically what I've done for you guys is I've listed a lot of the things that I did have in storage for $10. So if you use that credit, then you'll get it for free. You just have to pay shipping, and I thought that that was good for you guys. So my closet name on there is Laguna Beach Love. I'll link all of that down below. But I would highly recommend also using the app for yourself just to help, you know, get rid of those extra clothes in your closet because you definitely don't need them. And then that way you can also use your closet for storage space. Tip number 4 would just be to declutter and constantly declutter all the time. I got one comment in specific on my room tour video that just stood out to me. A ton of you guys asked questions, but one girl had an issue that I used to have. So she said that she has shelves and she has just knickknacks on the shelves, and they're all just like different colors and things like that. And I used to be that way. I used to have like a shelf in my room and everything was like little knickknacks, and everything like meant something to me. They were like, you know, they had sentimental value to me, and I didn't want to like get rid of them. But I learned that that isn't what your room is for, to necessarily display all of that stuff. I personally like, you know, my room just to be like nice and just refreshing and, you know, not like a trip down memory lane all the time. So what I did is I went through all those knickknacks and decided like what was important to me. And what I do is I just keep a box. It's like this big, has all of my little, you know, knickknacks or memorabilia and things like that. And it is just tucked away in the small corner of my closet. So that way I'm not really mixing knickknacks and memorabilia as decor, because that's where your room also looks cluttered and it looks like it doesn't match because you have all these little different things. And yeah, I just would say to just do it that way. I find that that's best for me. And then I also like it because I can go back to that box and I'll open it up and be like, oh yeah, like I got this when I went to like Disneyland or something, you know? So it doesn't have to be like cluttering your room, but you can still keep it in your room, if that makes sense. I just highly recommend doing that. I just feel so much more refreshed now that my room is decluttered. So those are all of my tips. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Anything I talked about in this video will be linked in the description box down below for you guys to check out. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you'd like to see a closet organization tips video in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!